Hi, in this video, I'd like to discuss with you the impact of divorce on your green card. And so here at our firm, we know the immigration journey is long and you've worked really hard and waited a while to receive your green card. And it's very important for you to be able to keep your lawful status and continue your life here in the United States. And so in this video, I will delve into what happens if you are going through a divorce or if you've already divorced, how that impacts your green card. We know that that can be very scary and that it's a question we receive a lot. And so we want to make sure you have accurate information about what happens in the next steps. So before I dive into all of that information, I'd like to introduce myself and our firm. I'm attorney Megan Pastrana from Corrado Pastrana, the immigration firm for couples, and we're dedicated exclusively to helping couples navigate the immigration process. We know it's very important for you to have up-to-date information and educational information, and so we regularly post videos on our YouTube channel and in our Facebook group, Immigration for Couples. So please subscribe or feel free to join our Facebook group at the link below. Also, please feel free to give this video a thumbs up so YouTube will share it with other individuals who can benefit from this information. Okay, so let's talk about what happens in the event of a divorce. What happens to your green card? And so like I said earlier, we know that you've worked very hard to get your green card and that it can be really scary if that happens, if you are going through a divorce or if you get divorced. What will happen? What will happen to your green card? And so first off, we know relationships are hard and it's extremely difficult to go through a divorce. And having that cloud of what's going to happen with your immigration status over your head is really scary. And so we want to make sure you have information about what that means. So to give you a little background, if you have, for individuals who have something called a 2-year conditional green card, those individuals have to file another application at 90 days before the 2-year anniversary of that card. And so for individuals who have married a United States citizen or a lawful permanent resident, or if you've gone through the fiancé visa process, if your marriage was less than 2 years old when you received your green card, then your green card is a green card of 2 years. It's a conditional green card, and immigration expects, it's required, that you check in with immigration 90 days before the 2-year expiration or the 2-year anniversary of your card, and you have to file a removal of conditions application showing immigration that you and your spouse still are in a relationship, still are in love, and still plan to have a future together. So that removal of conditions application is something that is jointly filed with you and your spouse. But if you get a divorce, there is a way that you can file that application on your own. So while typically the application is filed by both spouses, there are some exceptions that allow you to file that application on your own by yourself without your spouse. Some of those exceptions include, sadly, death of your spouse, divorce, which is what we're talking about today in this video, or if there was abuse in the relationship, or if you would suffer extreme hardship and if you were to lose your green card. Extreme hardship is another basis. So I just want you to be aware of the other possibilities of being able to file the application on your own, but this video is going to focus specifically on the context of if you're going through a divorce or if you've already divorced. So if you have a 2-year green card, and if you are in the process of a divorce, or if you've already divorced and you're close to that 2-year mark, you'll really want to make sure you begin the process of collecting information and documents so you can file the application on your own for removal of conditions. Typically, you have to wait to file your removal of conditions in the 90-day window before the 2-year anniversary of your green card. Typically, if you file that application with your spouse, or not typically, the rule is if you file that application with your spouse together, a joint removal of conditions filing, You cannot file it any earlier than 90 days before that 2-year anniversary. They have a 90-day window. But if you're going through a divorce, or if you've already divorced, you actually can file that removal of conditions application on your own immediately when the divorce occurs. So if it happens before that 90-day window, you can still file that application for removal of conditions on your own right away. So that's one of the main things that we definitely want to make sure you're aware of. If a divorce occurs, or if you're going through the process of divorce, you should actually also begin the process for removal of conditions on your green card on your own. So what does it mean to file your removal of conditions application on your own? And so that essentially means that, as it sounds, you're filing it without your spouse, that you don't need your spouse to sign anything, and that you don't need anything. Your spouse doesn't have to participate in the process, because you're either going through a divorce, you're separated, or you're already divorced. And so what immigration wants to see is that, yes, you are divorced, so you would have to submit the divorce decree to show that divorce has been finalized. And then also immigration wants to see that you entered the relationship in good faith, which means you entered the relationship, you entered the marriage because you were in love and you had intended to have a future together, but unfortunately the relationship ended. And so to prove that, immigration would want to see relationship evidence of the two of you living together, leases, maybe you have a home you purchased together, joint bills, photos together. So they still want to see relationship evidence from the time that you were together, along with the divorce decree. And you'll also have to provide a statement from you about your relationship and how you entered the relationship with the intention of having a future together, and that you entered the relationship for reasons of love, and unfortunately the relationship didn't work out, and explain what happened. And as I mentioned earlier, we all know relationships are hard, and there can be a lot of difficulties in relationships, including there might be financial reasons that the two of you, that it didn't work out. There can be so many reasons why marriages unfortunately end, and immigration just wants to see in your statement exactly what happened, so they can see that you had a good faith entering the marriage, but unfortunately it ended. And then the last thing that we want you to be aware of with removal of conditions is once you submit that application with all of that evidence, with your statement, with the divorce decree, you'll have an interview with an immigration officer, and that will be with just you. And the immigration officer will ask you questions about your relationship, about the evidence that you submitted, and about your statement, and about why the relationship didn't work out. And we know that this process, it can be extremely stressful, but we know you've also worked very hard to get your green card, and it's very important for you to keep it. So we wanted to make sure you have all of the facts and know that you'll be able to go through this process alone. We know so many people panic and think, oh no, I'm going to lose my green card because I am going through a divorce, or I have divorced. And that's not true. You get to have this opportunity to keep your green card by filing this application on your own. And so I hope that this video provided you with helpful information, clarity, and peace of mind if you happen to be going through this process. So take care, and again, the links are below to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also to our Facebook group so you can have additional support through your immigration journey. Thank you.